As you can see, G4, I have logged in as you guys. So the first thing which you see when you enter this whole place, you'll see this kind of a thing. Now, this is your employee clock in. If you want to use that, you can clock in, and your employees can be then added there, and then you can see how much time and what task and everything they've done from that particular clock in, this area here. Okay. Now, the first thing which you see when you get in here is the feed. Now, why is this bloody sitting on the top? Okay. So when you see the feed here, and all of you have got the access to it now. Your access is in place, so you can get in there and work with that. Now, because it is our system, on the feed you will see our what do you call messages as well. Ignore them. Just focus on your own messages. Once we set up your entire system for you exclusively, then you will only see your messages and your team, not our team at this point in time. Okay. So on this feed part, what you can do is basically pick up if you want to send a message, for example, and you want to add a person or a group, you select the person here. In this case, you will have your team.
It matters to select the
department ADC if they want to do.
Yeah, put ADC.
So you are now set up in the system as ADC, and you will see everybody with ADC in front of them. Can you see that? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so anything you want to do in the system, just type ADC. So everybody related to ADC and everything related to ADC will come up here for you. So all your team is here in this department called All Done Consulting.
Okay. So if we wanted to send one message to everybody in ADC, could we just do all department?
If you collect that,
Is there another tab for the clients available where we can upload the clients and push content to them?
Yeah, so no, I'm coming to that. This is internal management of the company right now. This is
okay.
I'll talk about clients as well. Right now, you're talking about your business, and we're talking about your business. So how do you communicate to your people in your company?
Well, right now we're using Slack.
Yeah, so it's like it's your internal Facebook page, basically. It's your intranet. Okay.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
Next, got it.
If you select anybody here, you can of course send a message to them. And if you want to invite somebody from outside, just type their email address. For example, I type Ajay, I'm already here. So I type, well, let's say Ajay at 123.com. It will ask you, it'll search in the system. And if it is not there, it'll create a contact for you. Okay. So if it is not there and you send a system, so the person will get the email, but the person will and if you can then.
So I can text, so you're saying I can send an email from the system to anybody?
Yes, you can. So I set up.
Can I import contacts through a CSV file?
Yes, you can.
All right, cool.
Yes, you can.
Is there hashtag tracking and stuff like that based on like so I can sort like this contact is a lead, this contact is a member, this contact is invested in trucking, like I can do all that type of stuff?
Yes, you can, and let me show you how. So I will show you my system which is existing, which will give you the live experience, which it is there. And then I'm working on your system because there's no data here. So at the moment, I'm just talking about what you do internally in your company will come up here. You can create a task straight from here. You can create an event. You can create a poll. You can also do appreciation announcements and workflow. So all that you will understand these terms once you start using this, and once you become conversant with this, the process of this. And important part would be that once you understand what is happening, and the beauty what we are doing right now is that you are using this system and getting used to it without, investing a lot of money on it upfront. Okay, so that's the beauty of what we're going to do here. Now on the side here, what you also see, Now this will be again taking the data from our company and your company, or your business together, because you are a department in our company at the moment, what we have done to give you the access. You will see on the side the people here. You'll also see that the groups here. You'll see the chats here. It'll show you how many tasks have been you are doing, assisting yourself. Right now I've logged in as G4U tester 2, which is a new ID I've created to help with you and train with you. But on the other side, I'll show you the other system. You'll see what I mean by that in a minute. Okay. So this is how this system works. So I'll go to the next fundamental thing. Now what you see here is the global search. On the top here, if you search anything here, it'll search the whole system for you. Okay. So for example, I search Ajay. Now, just remember this, that this is your system and your department. It is still getting the data from the whole system. So just keep that in mind. It'll take you a couple of days to get used to it. And always you use whatever is saying ADC. So if I say I want to give a message to anybody in ADC, I'll just type ADC and everybody who's with ADC will come up here. So everything what we have set up in this system is to start with ADC. So you type ADC and then look for anything, you'll get it for that. Otherwise, if you type anything, all our system at the moment.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Okay. So let's go to the CRM, and this is the powerhouse. And Ryan, you'll get the answers here. Okay. So if you see the whole business is set up, this business system is set up starting from leads, and then contacts, then companies, then you give a quote, then you do an invoice, then you do a deal, and then you have the product range here. And if you need to go more, then you have a sales funnel, you have a recycle bin, reports, history, settings, start, activity, stream. And stream is your personal stream. And what you see on the top is a global stream. When I say global, it is for the company. And when you click on the stream there, it'll only your activity will show you there in that activity stream. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So now when you go to leads here, so leads is the first, if you see here, this is the filter. Now you can design these filters as well with all the parameters you want to have. I've just kept it simple right now. So my leads in progress, all closed. So this is the standard filter I've given you. Anything you want to do here, tell us and we'll add it for you and amend it for you so you can use it conveniently. Now, if you want to add a field, this is what it will show you. Now, these are all the fields you have in the database. Okay. So if you select any of these fields here, it will show up in the filter. Right. So in this case, this is only for you, isn't it? On.
No,
This is for the system.
Yeah, the system.
Yeah.
System
Yeah. Okay. But it is, you can use them as well. So anyway, so this is the filter on that. This is how the leads look when you look at the Kanban function. You can see the list like this. You can see the list in a list fashion, which will show you deadlines of all your leads. Test lead is there, and you can show in the calendar format. Let me show you in our system so that you can get a bit of a better hang of what we are talking about. Let me go here. I'll share that screen for you. Can you see it? Are you able to see the screen? New screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is our system, live system, and that's where I've logged in as Ajay. So if I go into CRM now, and I have these many leads here. Can you see that? So every email, every text, every web chat in our system comes as a lead. And then you look at that lead and say, okay, what do I do with this? Where do I put it? Okay. So for example, I will take this lead. This is an existing customer of ours, and it's a lead. So I have not dealt with it yet. So what I do here, if you see here, it says view, edit, copy, delete, add to exceptions, generate, add event, new email, plan, new code. So whatever you want to do, you can do on the lead from right here. So what we do is, because we already have this guy created in our system, we say select from list, and we look for Thompson in our system. Sorry, Thompson. Where is William Lefebvre? Yeah, this guy is here, and I go select, and it basically will go and attach to the contact. So it opens that contact. So now that lead is attached to that contact. It's not anymore sitting there undealt, if that makes sense. Okay. So I have now, if you see here, where's the lead now?
Say today on the top.
Yeah, this one is here. See here, which I just added that incoming email activity completed, and it sits now in the customer record. Do you understand? Do you follow that process? Now, what we also have done, I will go to this lead now in the system. Where is it gone? It's gone. It's gone out of here now. It's not there anymore.
So that email came in how?
That email came into the system, and it already had the name of the customer because the customer was in the database. So you will receive all the emails in the system as well, because we have linked your emails.
Webmail.
We have you will receive them in webmail, and the webmail sits here. And they will,
So basically, if anybody emails our webmail account, then it comes in as a lead into this leads container.
correct.
Perfect, understood.
Correct. Okay. Also, we in our system, what we have also done is we have created the chat, web chat, which we will do that for you as well once you're a bit of happy with that, and then we can then put that here, and then web chat also comes here. There should be a web chat here. Let me just say chat. So here's a chat here, which came from our.
And so that chat, same thing, you can view that, add it
Yes.
to this existing customer, so you have that record. Okay, understood.
If you don't have the customer,
Yeah.
it's just
Let's just,
you can just click on that lead and add whatever details you want to add on the lead, which is where does this come from, and we can change this system for you. If you need more of these things, we can add whatever your personal.
So how soon could we just be able to like log into having our paid buyers in where we could push content to them? That's like, if we could do that within 7 days, I know.
Now.
So I know.
Now.
okay, so then I think the plan should be, if we could instead like hide all of these extra, like we don't need the CRM just yet. We don't need that stuff just yet, but our main goal is to have like the minimum viable product. Just
No, this is what I'm showing you is my stuff. Your
yeah,
stuff is already, this is here, this is you. So
Okay.
yours is blank.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like as of right now, with how limited time we have to work with, as far as like trying to learn this whole system, I almost think it might be better if we just try to push out the minimum viable product of having it where we can add in our current investors that have already invested in with us. We can just add them as contacts. They could log into the app, and then we have our team members in the contacts like you have, and then everything else is turned off besides the main feed where Ryan can message and upload like videos to. He can do live streams. He can do other things like that. Like we just really need the MVP ready as soon as possible.
So Ajay, basically what we need is just a portal that is primarily for the customers, simple view of a feed that once they log in, they don't see a lot of stuff. They don't see a leads container, all that other stuff. All they see is this feed. And when we log in, we are the ones adding data to that feed so that the customers can see it. At this point, that's the most that we would need thus far. And then we'll start building out the other sections for our internal use as well as for the customer version.
Okay, so let me take you to this function then. This is called the work groups. This is what we gave you in the first instance where we invited 4 or 5 of you.
You have to accept the just invite this account into the group.
Private visible group.
No, click on notification on the top. Notification. Yeah, this one.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see here, we have invited you to this group. So this is what you will send. I will show you this part. What you're talking about is just the customer part, but at the back, you have to have the customer in the data in the contact. You have to have the customer coming and sending to you leads and everything else. So if you go back to the group which I created in the first instance for you to come there, and if you confirm this, this is for me or you?
For GPU tester group.
This is for me, isn't it?
Yeah, because the work group, when you write,
Okay.
you have to invite members.
Yeah. Okay.
You connect the phone. Different work group. Different
Right.
folder.
Okay. So now what you do here is that you create a private work group or a public work group or external work group. We normally do external work group. This is where you create, invite the customers, and whatever you want to post to them sits here.
Yeah, that's basically, I think at this point, if we can configure just that functionality and remove everything else, if we're inviting them to the
Everything
group.
else is for you, for the
Yeah,
company.
exactly. So
Customer.
what we would want to test is we would want to test what it looks like when we log in as a customer, and then we would start
So
pushing.
go to your ADC group, which we have
Yep.
already given you. Go to your ADC group, which I gave, the first one which you joined. If you join that group now, or I mean, get out of here and go to that particular thing, and we can do the chat from there.
I refresh the page again.
Okay, so if you log out of the Zoom now and go to the group which I sent you in the first instance to join, you will have that experience, the customer
Okay.
experience.
So Frosty, we'll test that, but basically that's the main thing that we're first thing that we're going to be looking to do, Ajay, is just, have Frost, myself, and Ryan Morgan log in to the admin version that you're showing, and then one of our other team members would log in to the group, and then just start pushing. Ryan, Morgan, or myself, or Frosty would push content in the feed, and then we would look at how it looks at for the customer, make sure that looks good. And then we would invite every customer to that group so that we can then start pushing content to them. I think that's stage one for us.
Are you comfortable for the customers to know each other that you're inviting, or you have to have a separate customer? Because if you invite somebody in the group, everybody can see who's the member of the group.
That's what we want.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We want them to be able to communicate with each other.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
then
kind of
that's
a customer investor
Okay.
group that allows them to
Yeah.
kind of communicate with each other and then
Almost-
see our.
Yeah, almost similar to just like a classic Facebook group where they can see each other, they can private message each other, and then
Okay.
they can post and there's one main feed that they can look at.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
the main thing that
Let
we're
me-
going to try to
let me
configure within
just
the next 7 days.
So let me just cover this part very quickly for you so that you can understand the basics of it. And then you can, and I'll give you, so this is the lead page, leads. This is where you basically go in and enter the data to create a lead here. Whereas it come from, this is not for the customer. This is only for you, for the people who are working in the company. This is for your team, not for the customer, okay? But you have to create the customer here to be able to invite them into the work group also, okay? So
Understood.
this is your customer, your notes, your payment options. I've just left some general fields for you. If you want anything change or improve, let me know. I will do that for you.
And this is what you were saying we could import, correct? So we could have a list of customers and we can just import them all.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
So you have to give me that CSV file. I will give you the format, in what format you have to enter that data.
Yeah.
Give us CSV file, and we will then upload it for you.
Okay, perfect. So Frost, that's the first thing we should work on.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
want to see the super dumbed down version where we have nothing else distracting us. Because right
Okay.
now, to be honest, the software is it's too confusing. So could we do another meeting soon or
Frost, I will just take you there. Just give me 2 seconds to get you there. I just want to give you the fundamentals. So when you're playing with this, you understand what's happening. So I'm going to cancel this. So yes, and then the next thing here you get is the contact. You create a new contact, which is the name, address, and everything. And that's the field here. So once you do that, then you can do all the SMS and email and Zoom meeting with them right there in this system, right here with the customer. Okay.
okay, cool.
Now, so I'll cancel that as well. Now, if you have a company and in that company, there are people who are multiple contacts. So what you're going to do is create a company first, and then you will create the contacts and add them to the company. So like
Okay.
ADC consultant has 16 people. So all 16 people are 16 contacts, but they're belonging to the same company. So that's how the
Got it. Yeah. So if we have one client who has multiple people on their team, and we create a company for that client, and then add all the individual contacts. Okay.
Okay, so once you start playing with this, you will get your hang of it. Now, before I go to the simplest version, because I would like you to log out from here and log in there, I want to show you the knowledge base. Where is the knowledge base for them on? This one?
Let's see the, for everybody, you have to go to the work group. In the work
Okay.
group, that knowledge base for that work group.
Okay. So you see this here, you will see this group when you log in from the other side. I want, as I said, I'll take you there. Now, this is your view in the group. This is where your customers or people will come, or your people you want to work with, right?
Yes, perfect.
So this is just the simple message. Everybody can message here in the group. You will their admin can invite, right? So who Ryan is the admin?
Moderator.
Moderator, okay. My internet connection is unstable. I've had problem with my connection in the morning. That's what I was trying to sort out. It's still working here.
Yeah, you came back. For a split second, you froze, but you came back.
Only in the District 24, not outside.
So this is your work group. Hey, and then you've got 5 members here. So your admin person will be able to, so what you can do is create another group, which is called your client group or your trucking company group or your specific investors group. So you can create different groups here and invite the people who are on that category or in that group. And
Okay,
you can
yeah,
have-
so we could technically have like the main investors, then we could separate them by trucking investors, separate them by like the different individual types of investors.
Exactly. And then there will be different work groups and the message which you send to them will be different as well.
Okay, and so if let's say if the investor is in 2 different groups, he can just click work groups and then quickly switch between the 2 different groups.
No, he has to then get out of that work group where he is, and then he has to press on the other work group. So for example, I'll show you here. So if I go to this main tab here, and they will not have that access. They will only see this group if you invited them to
Okay,
this
so
group.
there would be multiple groups there. That's what I was asking, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you will see multiple groups, and you can have it a private group or an open public group. Open public group, anybody can participate. And this will be your external group. So like, for example, you say trucking investors group, you'll put them there.
Okay. So let me ask you something real quick. So I understand, like just from you showing me this, I pretty much understand exactly like that it's already all set up. So what I would like to see is how quickly can we have a all done consulting, like app.alldoneconsulting.com version of this. The whole app is branded red and black and white and gray. So that way it matches our colors and we have our team members in there, and then we can pretend to add one investor and we can practice. Like I don't want on the left of the window, I'd like all those different things like the CRM, like I only want the app to show workspace and sorry, I forget what they're called, workplaces.
Work groups and feeds.
Work groups. I just want it to be like a super simple dumbed down version of it, and then I get the presentation, if that makes sense. So like I want app to all done consulting. I want that goods for you marketing logo swapped out. I want that top bar to be red. I want that top bar to probably be black. I want the buttons like the invite and the my plan stuff. I want that to be red. I want only on the left. I only want like work groups for the investors. They only get to see on their version of app. They only get to see work groups. On our team version of apps, I only want to see work groups and then the stuff related to that, like where we can post, and then maybe the list of contacts. I need like a dumbed down version of what we have so far, and I would like to like see that pretty soon, so we can, because we have a lot of investors that are trying to figure out like why we don't have like a minimum viable product out, and I would like to just get something out like pretty soon. Does that sound pretty reasonable?
I understand your need. What you're asking me to do is to basically, when we wanted to get you done quickly,
Mhm.
what we have done is just we have created a section for you in our system. Now, the dumbed down version which you're asking is basically this one here, which your customers will see. Whatever else I've showed you at the back, they will not see this.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay,
Okay.
so whatever at the back I've shown you is your version, where you need to learn how to operate an admin, and you practice here before we invest and do the full version for you. That's what I discussed with Ryan, that you play here, learn here, get comfortable, you tell me what you need, and then put the final version there. Because that'll be a serious investment, because what you're asking me to do is another at least a week's job, and that is serious, and I don't want you to invest that serious investment in this one. I'll try to match your colors on this chat one, and see what we can do. So we can do that red, correct? We can change this color. Yeah, we can change this color. Where do you want black? So you have to understand, Ryan, that this system is our system. So for your sake, if I make this ADC, I can't change this color. Can we change this color? No, we can't change this color.
Well,
That's
we should be able to change the color through CSS. Like we could put CSS on top of the files of the website, because these are only just like web servers, right?
This is a system based on a cloud system. This is the source code on this case is not ours. This is we are on a cloud. So when I set up your system, then I have the source code. I buy the source code and I can do anything and everything for you, which is on your servers, which is the next step. So at this stage, you have to accept what it is, run with it. And as far as your customer is concerned, customer exposure is concerned, they don't need to see this. This is yours. On the work group, I can change these colors for you. So we don't want to invest a lot of time and money on this little system at the moment, because this is what for you to go and get it and go forward. So what you're talking about is specifically designed for you, which is fine. We can do that, but that is the next step. I would like you to get used to this first, so that you don't struggle and spend so much money.
Yeah, well, the main thing is, yeah, we just like I think.
Let me just show you. This is your customer feed, customer view. So this is same thing like a message, whatever message you put, whoever is the member in this one, they will get it. So if I go here, sorry, this is forget this members. So in this group, we have these members here at the moment, right? And we can invite as many members as we want to invite.
Yep.
Okay. So that is the easiest way for you to go forward. And they all the customers can also download it on the app. We have an existing app, which of course is not your branded name, but again, we can white label and brand everything for you. But that's a big project. That requires time. That requires investment.
Yeah.
So
I'm
just a quick
curious,
question.
So
Just a quick question. What would that next stage look like? Just ballpark figure, how much time would it take to actually get the branded version that's ours? 6 weeks, 2 months?
I have to do the evaluation. I need to see, another reason I gave this to you is to understand what you want, because when I asked for your business model and the processes, because when I start designing that process and coding that process, it's a task and cost.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at this point in time, I don't understand, and I've not been given a full understanding of your business. So this will give me a full understanding and seeing what business you do, how you do it, what processes you need, what you need automation in.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
So right now,
here,
Frost,
just to explain like what we have currently. Currently, we have a CRM that allows us to message people and text people, allows us to have forms on all of our websites. So that way, depending on which website they come from, I have different forms on every single type of website. So that way, like it instantly adds them as a contact, sorts them based on using hashtags based on which form they came in. So I can completely track all of our customers, and then we can communicate to all of our customers based on hashtags. The main thing that we don't have as a company, besides a Facebook group, is our own community for people to like our investors that are invested in with us to be able to have their own little private community. So like option A would be Facebook group. We have another Facebook group that's for current investors, but we wanted to take it to the next step and have the app developed where we could just have like that private group. So so how
It
soon?
sounds like Frost that at this stage, the best we can do is have this ADC work group within the Goods for You marketing systems, where that when a person logs in, they log in through Goods for You, but they come to that ADC CRM work group, and it's just a page that's a feed. And then it's going to take a little bit more time to actually create our own full-fledged system that's a back end and a front end. And I'm
Yeah.
So
assuming that we would have to.
we need to create your hostings, we need to create all of those things and that is just the foundation of that. And then we have to create this whole system which operates on your business processes. So
Yeah,
it is
so basically,
So you know, like I think we all understand each other. So the question is, in your mind, what's the next step and what's the timeline? We're just trying to figure out what.
I wanted to show you that just to answer your question. Where is the websites? Where is the website?
In online,
Not online store.
other side.
Yeah, websites. Where are the web pages? No, it's not here. Okay, on this, Ryan, what we can do from here exactly the pages, you can create your web forms, you can create your pages, and everything comes straight into the CRM. You can communicate once they are a contact or a lead. You can communicate with them through Zoom, through Skype, through WhatsApp, through Slack, through Signal, and everything sits in the customer record. So there is a module. I think you've not given the permission on that module yet. I think web page. Right, and there's also a beta version of online store here, which we are not using at the moment because it's beta. But then you can create your online store, sell your products from here, and they go straight into your invoicing and your quotes and everything else. So let me just take you to the contacts, any contact, for example, so that you can understand. So everything comes into the system.
yeah, I think Ajay, what we would want to do is we would want to focus on the customers first before we focus on our CRM lead to contact conversion process. I think we need to probably take some time internally to map out those business processes, what Frost has already designed, so that we can get that over to you so you could understand.
Yeah.
And right now, it seems like the main focus, the immediate need, is just the ADC work group. If we can configure that, even the look and feel of it, the colors. The only question that I had is the current URL is based, it's apex, .bitrix.com. Is there a way to take that work group and white label it to our URL?
Okay, let me ask that. So you understand, Ann? So what they want is they don't want to send this link to their customer. They want to send their ABC link to them, and they then come to our module. Can we mask it?
Because for the work group, if we write a work group, then the customer have to sign up, and then they don't go to the link. They will see a bachelor and Jake as well. Yeah.
No, yeah. I understand what you're saying, Arvil, but at this stage, no, it won't happen unless we create your own system completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, to be honest, like is there a way to just pay to have us have our own minimum viable product? And because that's what we really want. Like the CRM stuff, I understand that we have to use it for you to understand how to set it up. But to be honest, that process sounds like it's going to take too long. And I was wondering if we could instead pay to just have like a white labeled version of Goods for You with the correct coloring, with the correct logo, with the correct. I know, but like that's the goal. Is like that's the goal.
I understand the goal. That's what we started with when Ryan and he said, I want a quick version. I said, okay, here's a quick version we can do very quickly. And we'll share your system for you because it's pretty much configured. So when we set up a new system, it's a total different configuration. And And because of the existing system, they've given you lots of processes which are already automated, which we didn't have to repeat ourselves. But in a new system, we have to start from scratch. Therefore, we need to be extremely clear what we want to achieve. If your work group is just the work group you want, that's just the minor stuff in that. Because if you're investing in a business system, you need to really be looking at all aspects of your business, not only just the sales.
Okay, so if we're like, to be honest, I don't think we should even like test this with our like current investors because it's not branded as ourselves. So yeah. But dude, we could just have them have their own private Facebook group, you know?
No, dude,
Yeah.
that's not, no, bro. I
Yeah,
paid for
so-
this.
Okay.
I paid
All right,
for
so
this.
then
We
let's
need
just-
to go through it, and then how soon can we have a proposal when we can start? I understand that we need to use your system and get it going. Unfortunately, we lost like 6 weeks in terms of sending the money. So now that we have Frosty here, Ryan and Arbel, when we populate it with our buyers and we give you our systems and processes, realistically, how soon could you give us an accurate proposal and what would it cost? Like from what I understood, the second step would be around 20,000.
What you're telling me is that you want to scrap what you have spent.
I'm not
money
willing
on.
to scrap it. I'm happy to have us get into this right now.
Yeah.
And use it for the next few weeks
Yeah, please.
or a month for beta, so we
Back
can
to the drawing board. Yeah, please send me what your Ryan has, Frost has designed the processes and everything else. Let me look at them. And then I will would like to take you to the, not the cloud version, but to the version which is called your on-premise version. Now, the reason I want to do that is, first of all, we own the code there. That will be you own the code there. And then you will also have the flexibility of not only sticking to the cloud facilities they provide, you can actually design your own processes. So we have a lot of flexibility there. We can do the entire branding, because right now, even if you do your branding in cloud, you still have to you will still see the branding of Bitrix24, which is the provider of the system.
Right.
Whereas on the other one, we will have to just not worry about that. So for that, we need to then put something in the for you an set up an Amazon server for you. We then have to set up the whole code for you, your URLs, your hostings. So don't have a problem in doing that. I would like you to just test this for a week or so, please. Give me your feedback of what else do you want, so I can then put that in the system.
Okay,
And I'll come back to you in a day or two to do an assessment on that and come to you what you want. How much will it cost you?
so question for you then. The simple thing right now is, how do we change the current ADC work group, the background imagery?
Or that we can on this work group on the colors you want black and white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I change those.
Because it has the logo at the top, so at least it has the logo at the top. But these hearts, if we can just change that, Frost, then at least we can start testing this feed functionality where Ryan's on the back end posting stuff. The feed works, and this at least can be somewhere where people can be invited to, and we can start pushing out content on a regular basis, and it's right there. And we can test that for a few weeks while we work on the back end with getting Ajay what it would take to push out our whole fully branded system. And then all we would have to do is migrate those users to our system and then continue the same process of having them have the feed.
Okay. And agreed. So what you need to do is first is to create your contacts and you create your companies in the system so that the people can be in the system. You have
And
to
then
do
we
that.
can invite them. Yep.
Then you can start using the system by texting them and emailing them and having a Zoom meeting with them and everything in the system. And what I will do in the meantime is go back to the drawing board. I need to know what more you want in your system, how complex what you want things are. And then I will basically give you a pricing on setting up the whole thing. And
Okay.
I mean, I already have a lot of written out on what I want. And I have sent that to you. My question is there like a checklist specifically on what needs to be filled out for you to do the proposal?
No, Ryan, what you have sent me is quite global. Now, when you design a system, it has to be quite granular. And that's what I'm expecting from you.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm probably the one with the right mind to like.
Yeah, Frost.
handle
I definitely think Frost. We need to brain share on that, and because it's process based. This thing is a CRM and basically an ERP. It's an enterprise level system that controls all of our business processes. And so what Ajay is looking for is literally like a full end to end of what our business processes would be, so that we can figure that, including the front end CRM, as well as just this one piece, which is most important to us, which is our community functionality. That's the public facing community functionality for our customers.
Yeah.
Like that's the most thing that's important to us, but that's just like one widget in the full scope of everything that Ajay has.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
yeah, no, and I
And
understand. Yeah.
I want you to get the value out of it. I mean, I don't feel good when you don't get the value out of the system, what it can do for you. And therefore, what I want you to do is also, where is the knowledge base on here?
Click more.
No, more here. Yeah, so this is what in
All
your
right,
group.
so here, how about this? Because like just learning over these calls is inefficient, because I'm gonna forget by the time I get off this call and get to this task like this weekend to work on this. So could I ask you guys to possibly just create a few screen recorded videos telling us, hey, when you log in, here's how you add a contact, here's what you should put in there, here's how you
Thank
change the color of the work group.
Allow me to do that. I've done that already.
Oh, have
Done
we?
that.
Okay.
So let me go back. When you log in, and you will go to the work group. So in their work group, there'll be, this group is available now, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let me just take you back. Work group, ADC. Can you see that here?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Now, and I've already done that exercise for you. So go to more, and you see knowledge base.
Yep.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I see that.
And in that knowledge base, you type whatever you want to type, or you say expand, and it'll just basically give you everything you want to learn from here. Or you just search there and you say how to do this: time and report, robotic process, CRM, online store, workflow, sales center, open channel, right? And
Okay,
how do I do just in the search function, you just say contacts, for example. You want to work on contact and search. He'll give you all, because we have linked it back to the database of the system. Everything is there. You don't have to really go looking for it. So if you go into Beatrix CRM features, this is where it says everything what you need to learn from here. How does it work? Overview, modules, how to work with leads, add a new deal, CRM elements, how to start. Everything is here.
Okay, cool. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so basically, Bitrix 24 is a white label service that you can build out on top of. Is that correct?
Beatrix 24 is the foundation we use.
Yes.
And then what we do is we basically, this is the cloud version which we are looking at. So we have a limitation here, what they allow us to do. But
Yep.
when we buy online premises code from them, whatever we do is ours. Our branding, everything is ours. Nothing is got, it does not even show Beatrix 24 at all.
Yep, that makes sense. Let me ask you this. In the future, if once we have like our own branded version, do you think there's ways that we could do custom styling using CSS? Because on other white labeled service apps that I've worked on with before, we were able to like round corners, add drop shadows. We were able to like add specific coloring and stuff like that to specific buttons by using CSS.
For sure, for sure.
Okay, cool.
Could you do me a quick favor?
When we go to the other version, the on-premise version, we will have the source code. So with the source code, with the knowledge in our team we have, we can do whatever you like to do.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Can you do me a favor real quick, Ajay?
I just wanted to verify that like for potential future, because towards the future we'll want to like kind of customize some of that stuff. So thank you for clarifying that.
No
Can
problem.
you do me a quick favor and go back to the main screen? There's just one piece of functionality I just want to add a quick question on. Yeah.
Okay.
So on the right-hand side where it says ADC,
Yeah.
all the way on the right,
Say again.
all the way to the right.
Like the contact on the right, it says like ADC and has a 1 next to it.
All the way to the right on the screen.
Right. Yeah.
Keep going.
This
That
one here.
one. Yeah. If you click that, it brings up this feed. What is this, a different view of that same?
No.
CRM?
Your chat. This is your chat function. This is where you can chat with people on so this is you download on your mobile and you chat with your team.
So Frost, Morgan, would we want to leverage this as well? Where if you want to post something in chat, Morgan, like you normally do with the Facebook group feed, you post it here, and then everybody in the ADC team would see it. Is it
Yeah,
something-
I almost like that view better than the work group view. Like, I think that looks like that has rounded corners, that like it just looks. So is there a way that, like, we could just probably create a private channel and then add our investors into that private channel and
Yes,
then,
you can.
Yeah.
And they can download this app on their mobile and
That's what I was thinking about.
that's all
Yeah,
we need. That's all we need. Literally, that's all we need.
that's
Okay.
what we
And
need right now.
also the chat group which we have created is also operable from here. You can operate from your mobile as well. So you guys go and download this Beatrix 24 app on your mobiles and log in there with your passwords and credentials, and you will see this and you can start practicing with that. And you can to create the chat group, you have to go see. Mobile will only help you to communicate and shorten your communication in terms of time. But if you have to create a group, you have to do something, you have to go onto the browser. And on the
Yeah,
admin.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Because I think mostly what our customers would be doing is they'd be using the mobile, and it's simple functionality. All the
Yeah.
stuff that you're showing us is what our teams would do to make sure that we have good communication with those. With
Correct.
our
And
customers.
you're doing a good business process and managing your business efficiently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What do you think? What do you think? So Frosty, you see this? Like, I think this is.
Yeah,
that's
this is all we need right now. So just let's create a game plan to try to get this to the community as fast as possible. And then we can
Yeah.
test.
there, this is already there. Let me take you back from where you get this. So when you're here in your system here, this is your system now.
Yep.
Okay, so you go chat and calls, right? And you go create, and you create whatever chat you want to create. So first of all, the chat is only for the internal environment, i.e. for your team, for the company. So if you want to invite people, you have to create an external chat like we have done project ADC CRM. So all the members in that project will be on this chat as well.
Okay, so
Okay.
we would basically just have investors, like ADC investors. We'd
Yes.
create we'd create that
Right.
we'd create that private chat group, and then we'd add each contact to that chat group, and then we'd communicate through there. So
Yeah.
Correct. And then the same thing, Frost, it would create, since it's a work group, it would create that other page that we were looking at that has feed and calendar and task and poll. And we can just
Yeah.
make sure that has the right colors. And then at least if they
And
go
I'll change it today. You want black, red, and white. That's it.
yeah,
I'll change
black, red, and white. And then is there any possibility, like from their end, if they're only seeing this app window right here, they're only really seeing ADC, like they don't really see the goods for you marketing like logo.
Nothing at all.
Okay. And then is there a
project here? See, they will only see what you do in here. They will
Okay.
not see anything.
Yeah, sounds good. Let me ask you one more thing then. To get for once we add some people, like once we add some investors, like I'll probably test it with 2 of the investors or something, or we'll just test it with 2 fake investors, so that way we can bounce it
let's
off.
test it with, let's test it. I can give you a couple of different email addresses. We can test
Okay.
it internally first.
And then so could you help us get a link, like so that way when like would we be having our investors log in on the website, or is there already an app like that they can download?
Okay. Yes, what you will do is create a work group and send them a link and ask them to download the Beatrix app, and I'll show you how that works.
Okay.
Uh,
Dude, it's exactly
so-
like Hubble just does a fuck ton more shit. You know what I mean?
So all what you need. It's just that we have
Yeah.
enabled it
No, I
here.
know.
Good experience in his voice.
Where are we? Where is the tab? Okay, here. So you go on your mobile app. If you go, you'll have to go to the Apple or the Samsung, and you go Beatrix 24. You'll search for that, and you will find that particular app there.
Yeah.
And you will send them their credentials, i.e., You will invite them to the group. As I invited you last time, I sent you your email ID and invited you as a member. And then when you go to the app, you just you join the group first and you create your password. And then you go to the app and use the email and password and log in. That's it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's perfect then. Yeah, so basically it's the normal Bittrex app. And then in the future, when we're ready, we could, and our system's dialed in on the online version, we could basically white label the Bittrex 24
Exactly.
app.
Everything will be yours. Everything
Okay,
will be yours. Everything in
cool.
your.
Yeah,
As I
so
said-
all right, so now that I understand that, I understand like pretty much how this whole process, because I work with software called Go High Level, and it's the same exact thing, except it just like the Bittrex 24 just has a lot more options because it's designed to be able to like do bigger projects and stuff and bigger teams. So so now that I have that like framework, I understand the process. So I think we're good on this call, to be honest. I think like Arvel and I could take it away from here and we could get back to you pretty soon with testing it.
And I will get back to you with your big system. In the meantime, send me, I will send you a template in the group here, the Excel CSV file where you have to put the contact details the way you want. I mean, the way we want, the system wants, and then we can update for you in your system, in your.
Can we if we log in, is there a way like where we just go to the contacts and say add new contact, do we just type them in? Because
we can manually type them in for us, but if we have a ton of them and we want to do the input, we have that functionality as well. So he's just going to give us the
rundown of how to do it.
The CSV format. So if we want to use it, we can just fill it out and send it to him. But I would suggest me test it by manually adding one by one for a little bit. Just so
Now in this, as I said, if you want to add a few, now this is, as I said, it's our system. So what is the business type you want? Airbnb, YouTube, we've done this for you. See, business flipping, coaching, fundraising, technology. You want anything else added here? We can do that.
Yeah, trucking.
Okay, just tell me when you use it, what else you want.
Okay.
Then use salutation, of course, and then last name, middle name, first name, date of birth if you want, so it can send a birthday.
Do you have Signal?
Yeah, I do have Signal.
Word.
Okay, so here, let me ask you one quick question. So is there a way to create a form where like on a website, because like one of the good things about High Level is like I can create my own custom forms where I can ask specific questions, and then I can send that form to an investor. They go and fill out that form, and then we then get their data, and it adds that extra data to their contact card, if that makes sense. Is that a possible thing in the future with this software? Or?
We already can do that. We have not given the permission on this one yet, but we already have that functionality of creating forms, creating web pages, which then converts and whatever feed you get from there. So I'll show you on my bigger system. Yes, we can do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like you don't have to show me, but I just wanted to just verify that's the thing. Oh yeah, CRM forms right there. Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it sounds like this is literally like the same.
Whatever you can imagine, it is here.
Yeah, so exactly. So what you do for people is what I do for people, but I do it on a more dumbed down system.
Yeah,
and for less money too. So
you do like a single Frost. What you do is
all right.
So
I have more respect for you guys. Yeah, it's perfect. And the forms and there's ways to customize like through CSV or through CSS like what these forms look like, and then we can embed them and name them and track them, and so I can put them on all the different parts of the website.
Right.
Like I have currently.
Yeah, basically, Frost. This is like This is
All
basically
done.
a full, this is an full system for everything, and it has a lot of other functionality. So basically, long-term strategy, front end and back end, this would end up replacing everything that we currently are using.
People keep asking me what my plan is. I'm going to sell software.
All right, so this is all right. So yeah, I'm gonna learn this software, like, because I already pretty much have High Level completely downloaded into my brain. So if I can download this into my brain, like how you have it, then like you can go pretty far with this. So awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
And then it's going to be for, right now we're only focusing on the CRM and the front end. stuff like that. But, you know, Ajay has the functionality for us to literally control all of our other business processes through this one system, right? So that's something that we will talk about after we dial in the marketing and
Yeah.
sales piece.
The main thing is the styling, like we need the styling. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Thanks,
right.
Ajay.
So I think we're good on this meeting
Right
today.
for you, Frost, what we do and why the value we have and what we'll provide, because what you will have is a business which will be growing exponentially. And if you do not lay down the foundation of the business to grow exponentially, you're always struggling with technology. You're always finding a band-aid solution, and you say, okay, let's go with this and work together. And then in the end, your efficiency gets affected. So
Yeah.
whereas in this system, it'll allow you to grow whichever way you want to grow. It is extremely flexible, and especially when we have our source code, the potential is endless to grow.
Okay, cool. Let me ask
Also,
you,
what I can do in this is just the CRM. So we do also ERP systems, where at the moment we have installation with Gull, Caltex, and government of Iraq, lots of government. So we do those systems as well to that extent.
and
So where I come, my
like,
value.
what does that, what was that? That's like ERP, or what's the,
It's an ERP system, yes. It's
what's that acronym stand for?
Enterprise Resource Planning.
Okay. So,
CRM is Client Relationship Management.
okay, that makes sense. So then, yeah, so enterprise relationship, like that ERP, that would be more like getting projects done. Is that how that would kind of be working?
That
Like,
ERP is running your factories, running your warehouses, running your different location offices. Now you can do all this and this. Now the beauty of this system which we have is that we can allow you to have on the cloud version at the moment, unlimited users and unlimited everything. So that's why I can afford to do that. Otherwise, if I have to set up the whole new system for you, it becomes expensive. So what our objective is to bring businesses to the table and make it easier and simpler for them, and give them the comprehensive solution with which they can grow their company without any hassle in the future. So that's where we come from. That's my passion that's what I'm trying to create. But at the same time, if you look at it in this small system, I can bring in your finance, I can bring in your inventory management, and I can bring in HR. Is a small HR module is already here, and you've got a full ERP system, and not paying for big mega bucks for that. That's the beauty of what we do.
So Frost, I can talk you through on our meeting. I can talk you through like the typical ERP. Like for instance, there's Oracle ERP, there's SAP, there's Microsoft D365, and that includes like literally, if you think about a company, every single department within the company and anything that they have to do that's systematic, it would be the main place to do it and track it. So
okay,
we have to do
that makes sense. Yeah,
that's the long-term strategy of this main platform is everything. If we had HR tasks to do, that would be done there. Operations tasks are done there. Project management tasks are done there. CRM tasks, funnel tasks, AR tasks, inventory tasks, warehouse tasks, everything would be done within this one place, right? And so obviously our system, we got to start thinking about how we package and ship, because even if we want to call courses and creation of courses and then pushing out courses as a product, then we can track product inventory, sales, and that whole workflow through this main system.
So
yeah, definitely. And then let me ask you this quick question. Does I imagine that Bittrex has like its own API that we could integrate with different like other websites where we get leads from external, from like our own forms. And then, which I imagine it does. So, and then also, does Bittrex 24 have like an easy Zapier integration? So we could we could set up easy zaps, or is it more based on like more detailed API integrations?
Yes, you can do all that.
Okay.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Small, simple answer. How to do it is sometimes you have to create code for it. Sometimes it's available to do it. Sometimes it's not.
Okay, so when I run into those situations, I can reach out to you and your team, and you guys could help us figure that out. Is that correct?
Yes.
In the far future. Okay, cool.
Cool. All right, man. Let's,
all right, yeah.
I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Frosty in the Signal group chat with Arvel, and let's just we'll work on the customization for our system. We'll populate your system for now, and let's just keep rolling, man. Money's on the way, so we don't have a problem getting started.
My intention is for you to make some money from here quickly and show them that this is the sample. You can tell your customers, this is our sample.
It should be on
app
video
which
also.
works right now. I mean, this is how I will pitch it to the investor. Here's the ready system. Guys, my pitch would be very simple. Here's my ready system, which is operating. It is not branded in my name because I wanted to test with somewhere else. So my testing cost is reduced. Now I'm testing that for the next 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks, and then we'll have our own system.
Okay,
Totally
that's a good point.
No,
Yeah,
You can always pitch it like that.
yeah, good point.
Yeah,
That's
agreed.
good. All right, so Arvel, after this call, sometime this week, Arvel and I will set up a time to kind of go through it together on like a Zoom call, and we'll learn it. We'll figure out.
I would like to do a call here. Please come to the what is it called, into the system. Come in the system, log in the system, and then we can go to where is our?
Yeah, I'm logged in right now.
Yeah, if you log in there, we can have a video call here. We can record the call. We can do everything here what we are doing on Zoom. You don't have to go out of the system.
We don't even have to. Yeah. So then let me ask you this: if so you know how on Zoom I can set up like I can have my personal Zoom link even if the person's not a contact in the CRM. So can I send if I do my own live like a Zoom call inside of here? Oh wait, so that just does Zoom inside there. So it's just integrated with the Zoom's API. Is that how that's working, or is it its own cloud-based video conference?
Let me show you.
All right.
So you have your own personal Zoom account, right? So you click on here in Zoom and you set up. He's already sent you in the knowledge base. You link your Zoom account to this here.
Okay.
And when the link is your personal link, and when they call, it is coming into the system. And if you have a paid account, then you can call the video. You can record the video and the audio. If it is not a paid account, it'll just record the audio in the system. So you will, when the call is finished, it'll show up like here that you had a Zoom call with this customer at this and this time, and the recording will sit here.
Okay.
This is better than.
Awesome. All right, cool. So I think we understand it. We understand this pretty well. I think Arvel and I are going to just work on, like, this week. We're going to try to set some time aside to learn a little bit more about it. So that way, when we come in on the next call with you, we can say what, like, if we're good to go, or if we have any things we have questions about.
You will have lots of questions. Always refer to the knowledge base, or you can actually go to the YouTube channel and search for that particular function, because the more you work on it, the more you do, the more comfortable you'll get with it.
Yeah.
The important is that it is already linked with SMS. It is already linked with email. So you can send an SMS straight from here right away. It's already linked to your system. You're using our servers right.
Yeah, we do.
Your link now, and your Zoom account you have to just link for yourself, and then you can do call. And now this is the important part here, which I would like to share with you. So if I go and visit somebody right now and I want to record the meeting with them, I can actually at the moment it's recording with their permission. So I complete that recording. Likewise, like I said earlier, for the Zoom, and it shows up here and I can replay. So everything what you do with the customer is on a customer record. Every test. Now we can also configure this for you to have WhatsApp added to it, Skype added to it. What else? Signal. What other chats we can add? Skype, I know. Slack, I know. Telegram.
Go to contact center, sales center.
Okay, go to sales center. Let me go here. Sales center. So just play around with this.
Yeah, Ajay, I think at this point right now, we need to start playing around with it, and then we're going to start coming up with some direct, comprehensive questions, because right now it's information overload. We're not retaining a lot of this. So I think we have a handful so that Frosty and I can kind of just start thinking about our stuff in a linear, logical process. Then we can just break it down into this and this and this and ask you specific questions. And then we can finish one workflow and then start thinking about the next, so that it's not overwhelming and so that we can retain it, we can understand it.
So on your contact center, you have these widgets. So again, WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram, Apple Messenger, Facebook. So everything which the people do on their apps will come straight into the contact and that contact record. We can do all that. Okay, so let me summarize this for you. I need to have a bit of fresh oxygen, so I take my mask off. Mask off a bit. Let me summarize this for you. You guys have a Ferrari at your disposal. You need to just learn all the functions of it and learn to drive it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Ajay.
Yeah,
So much for your time,
we will
sir.
become the Ferrari. Perfect.
Yeah, you will.
Thanks, Ajay.
Everybody has
Ajay,
your-
we really appreciate you, man. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.
all your team, tell all your team to log in and start practicing with it.
We will, Ajay.
sounds
Thank you so
good.
much, buddy. Appreciate you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See ya. Say bye to the beach. Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.